A person with a scary name steps up to protect Caitlin Clark. They don't like Clark's play at all, and they're even jealous of it. But NBA players love her skills and want her to move up. Then all of a sudden, Steph Curry steps up. He changed the way people shoot from far away. Her ability to shoot threes and test her range every night. Even though she knows the other team will try to take it away, she's not scared either. You can make a good shot no matter what it is. But this is what shocks me the most. It sounds a lot like what Steph said about Caitlin. It sounds like he's talking about his own game, that dangerous shooting range, the confidence, and the ability to make every shot turn heads and drop jaws. That same level of skill is also shown by Luka Doncic. He's an NBA star of the future. Luka Doncic said she is the female version of Steph Curry. I looked for a while. After that, I had to take some medicine. I saw the first minute of it. But I didn't watch the second half because she got going. I believe it's more Steph Curry. The name of the person is Steph Curry. That was not all that Luka said about her. It was even worse that he said Caitlin could shoot better than him. Remember that. Coach Luka Doncic, who is known for making great shots from anywhere on the court, agreed that Caitlin could really step up her game. Talk about high praise. The best players in the NBA are envious of her skills. If that doesn't make a noise. The fuel is now here. Caitlin Clark was the best female basketball player ever. And Shaquille O'Neal didn't hold back when he said it. That is correct, you did hear that. Yes, but she's great. Wish her and her family the best of luck. That's crazy, I only saw her play when they played LSU last year, but she's great. Charles Barkley could only say that she was creepy on the ground. Oh my God, hi Caitlin Clark. Nice work. Girl, you're a bad person. Yes, you are really great. Caitlin Clark is what the WNBA needs to make a lot of good things happen. I don't think she should care about what people say about her though. She should just go have fun. James saw Caitlin Clark score a lot of points in an NCAA playoff game. He saw a player who could take over, change the flow of the game, and make everyone else better while also putting on her own show. It was almost like looking at a mirror. James, since he knows how tough it is to be in charge of a group. He couldn't help but see parts of his own journey in Clark's strong drive. It's not just about how good Caitlin is on the game though. I think of Larry Bird when I see her rise because she is from Indiana, more especially the Indianapolis area. In the 1980s, Bird did a lot more than just play basketball. He was important. Someone who was tough, always worked hard and loved to win became a star. He broke records and got praise every time he played. How women feel in that kind of public and sporting setting. We're used to being nice and polite to each other. You pick up the person you fouled and say, "I'm sorry, do you understand?" This is what we do. But basketball is since Caitlin Clark joined the WNBA. Fans and experts have said that she looks a lot like Angel Reese. People have been calling them the Magic and Bird of today. Their rivalry is like the intense Magic-Bird fight that kept more than just fans interested. The NBA became well known around the world. Things start to get interesting now. Magic Johnson, a famous NBA player, thinks that both Clark and Reese can make the WNBA better. He thought that they, along with Bird many years before, could start a new era in women's basketball because of how skilled they were and how hard they played. A lot of people say that Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are like an NBA pair named Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. Do you like hearing that? I like it. Everyone knows that Caitlin Clark brings the magic to this fight with her great passing and playmaking skills. It's funny though. I also think of Larry Bird when I see her rough, steadfast style. So, she could be a mix of the two, some magic and some birds. Some NBA insiders, like Draymond Green and Derek Fisher, agree with Magic Johnson that the next big basketball fight could be happening soon. It's weird how history likes to repeat itself. These two guys had just won the NCAA title when they joined the NBA. Things that separate a black player from a white player in terms of class. But there's a catch. Everyone in the basketball world was shocked when Caitlin wasn't picked for the American women's Olympic basketball team. Was this because they liked WNBA players more, or was there something else going on? It's impossible not to think of how Michael Jordan and the Dream Team made the sport popular all over the world. A lot of people think that not including Caitlin in the women's organization was a big mistake that could have made the sport even better. It says a lot about how important this choice is that Paul Pierce, who is known for playing rough, is the voice of reason here. Then you don't let the most well-known girl in basketball for women play on the team. You could help your business grow in both the US and other countries by putting her on the US team. But Reggie Miller doesn't agree. He believes that the group made the right choice when they didn't put Caitlyn on the team, because she isn't yet one of the best players in the world. Miller even said that calling her out was unfair to people who have worked hard to get where they are. I think they hurt her by calling her out early, like she was in the top 15 or 20. That didn't help her, because it made her friends mad. She always does. Kevin Durant, on the other hand, thinks very differently. When he talks about her game, it's clear that she's one of the best in the world. Durant quickly realized that he was seeing the best player in the country. There is someone who is very skilled and can't be missed. They all had the ball and were ready to play against her. The game was all under her control. Who the hell is this? She's nice and her country music is the best. What's going on with Caitlin Clark? Since she first came out, there has been a lot of trouble around her. For starters, she couldn't be on Team USA. Many people believe that wasn't an error but rather a part of a bigger plan. After she joined the WNBA, things didn't get better. Girls like Angel Reese and DeJounte Carrington seem to be part of a plan to bring her down because people don't like her. It seems like she's being portrayed as the bad guy to get more views and make people fight. Larry Bird had some very smart things to say to Caitlyn after he finally told her what happened. No matter who said bad things, he told her to keep her mind on the task at hand and not worry about them. But no one can take away what she's building on the court. Bird told her straight out, "Everyone will remember what you're doing now. People who are mean to you will leave. Trust me. I've been there. It's impossible not to watch her play and shoot because of her style, confidence, and range. It's like she's going on stage. Sometimes people will disagree with you, but there are also people who see your skills and treat them with the respect they deserve." Take a look at Steph Curry, who is famous in sports. Caitlin Clark really impresses him. He didn't just notice her. It means a lot when Curry, who is known as the king of deep threes, says nice things about her logo threes. The clothes Caitlyn wears. A player who isn't afraid to shoot from far away doesn't come along very often. That is really amazing skill, and Curry's praise makes Caitlyn stand out even more. Still, those shots make it crazy. It's that level. It's pretty cool to watch the floor game, so that's kind of the whole process. The crazy long-range shot that changed the NBA for good was made by Steph Curry. Thinks a lot about Clark's game. When he met her for an interview, he couldn't help but admire her range and drive. He said, "It's almost like looking in a mirror, but here's where it gets even spicier." He doesn't think it's fair to call her the female version of him. She said that people might not be seeing the whole picture, even though her amazing range is beautiful. No one has fully realized it yet, but he thinks Caitlyn's game is smarter and more powerful than everyone else's. 5 games into the season, we had sold more gear than the Blacks put together. We are being watched now. It doesn't matter how we feel about her getting all the attention and us being sold. The league is better off since she's getting more people to know about it. Caitlin Clark has been in a lot of trouble this season. But there's a catch. It's not really about her. It's about how the other WNBA players feel about her. She can't help but cause trouble. Some people also think it's bad. Kevin Garnett, a great NBA player, doesn't agree. He doesn't think this is a response, it's just fear that looks like respect. She believes that what she brings to the game scares the other team. Not only is this type of player good, they're also a real threat. Shorty is in my line of sight. Kelly Clark has a lot going on. Everyone new is being watched, and bad things are going to happen to you. Also, do you know what? When you win, when you're in, and when the boys don't look at you, things will get rough. Yes, you're not getting the step back in the high from anyone. That is a compliment, yes. Do you understand? People who have been following Caitlin Clark's journey know that she likes to play with fire. Having that strong feeling? It's like having 2 swords in one. At times it makes her great, and at other times it almost breaks her. But there's a catch. Anthony doesn't think of her passion as a flaw, he sees it as a tool she uses to get what she wants. Caitlyn stands out to him because he loves her, making her unique and simple to remember. Being that pumped up makes her a player who doesn't want to fit in. Caitlin Clark's move that people know her for is shooting, which is also her skill. But what's the magic? It's everything else she brings to the game. LeBron James, a star in the NBA, couldn't help but say that her shooting gets all the attention, but it's all of her skills that make her special. People have said nice things about her so far, Not just how well she scores but also how she looks on the court when a big star like LeBron wants to play. This is a really cool place to be. James didn't just say nice things about Caitlin Clark. Besides that, he told her some good things to do. To pay attention to her game, he told Caitlin, no matter what was going on around her. There will always be people who don't like LeBron, but his point was made clear. Let them talk. To be truly great, you don't need other people to agree with you. He told her that those thoughts would go away if she kept her mind on the task at hand, but what she had done would last forever. Get ready, go to work, punch your time, and work on your skill or game. Bird's well-known enemy Magic Johnson had something to say about Caitlin Clark. He said that Clark's feud with Angel Reese was a lot like his epic fights with Bird in the 1980s. He said that competitions can get harsh, but they make the game better and bring more people to watch than anything else. He thinks Clark and Reese are both making the same electric charge, getting more people interested in and excited about the sport than ever before. The WNBA is better because of Caitlin, Angel and Brink, who plays for my Spark. They will be tested by these great women who have been in the league for a long time. Magic Johnson thinks back to the times he saw Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. He sees the same fire in Clark and Reese that he saw in his famous fights with Larry Bird. Fans of basketball are getting excited about the game again because of this competition. The 1980s match between Magic and Bird was more than just a chance to show off their great skills. A lot of people watched NBA games because of it, making them must-see events. Their competition made the game better, got people talking, and brought in new fans and players. This makes Johnson think that the feud between Caitlin and Angel could also happen. He said they had made things so exciting that everyone is hooked to the TV to see what happens next. Like the famous fights he had with Bird. It's not just about how skilled each person is. It's about two growing stars in women's basketball who could change the game by making every play, game, and exciting moment more interesting. To see the same thing happen again, click like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Things are getting tough in this race, and you won't want to miss what happens next.